on affordability.
Brian, Blue Cross and Blue Care Network are already working to lower drug prices in many ways, including a biosimilar alternative to a brand name drug that provides a 90% savings to our customers. Michigan fans can learn more about that online at mibluedaily.com/affordability.
Thanks as always, Andy.
Thank you, Brian. Go Blue.
Our thanks to Andy Hetzel and the great team at Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan for their continued support of all things Michigan athletics. We're counting it down to the Wolverines and Spartans. We'll check the scoreboard next as you listen to Michigan basketball from Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Champions Circle is the leading Michigan athletics fan engagement community. We connect fans with once-in-a-lifetime experiences, produce public and private events, offer club memberships, and operate an online retail store, selling exclusive apparel, trading cards, autographs, and other memorabilia featuring Michigan student athletes. To become a member or learn more about how you can support your favorite Michigan student athletes, visit championscircleufm.com. Champions Circle is a proud sponsor of University of Michigan Athletics.
A quick 60-second local timeout, then more Wolverines basketball. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
More refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your team. Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Proud sponsor of the Alumni Association of the University of Michigan. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Looking for resort-style living? Woodland Muse Apartments and Townhomes is located in the heart of Ann Arbor and offers everything you need to feel at home. You can check us out online at woodlandmuse.com or call us at 734-995-1000 to secure your new home today. That's woodlandmuse.com or 734-995-1000. Go Blue!
"15 minutes away to tip off Michigan and Michigan State." Rob Joyce with you in the network studios. Our first check of scores. We're the only Big Ten game on the docket tonight. One other top 25 team in action also comes at the top of the hour. Number 21 St. Louis welcomes in Dayton. And then the hockey team back in action after having last weekend off the top-ranked Wolverines in Columbus for a pair against Ohio State. Good one. 3-3 the score, 5:30 to go in period 2. Wolverine goals from Will Horkoff, Adam Valentini, and Asher Barnett. Michigan and Michigan State here tonight. We'll take a timeout, get Dusty May's pregame thoughts next on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
We asked our team, why did you choose to work for Michigan Medicine? Here are some of their answers.
Being able to interact with patients, offer them hope, and hopefully giving them care that they couldn't receive anywhere else is the biggest thing.
Because it's the best of the best. We have great benefits, we have great leadership.
I love what I do. This is a place where you want to be if you're looking to make change.
To our team, we say, thank you for choosing us. We shape the future of healthcare together at Michigan Medicine.
We are Laurentide Winery, founded by Michigan alums Susan and Will Bramer, and proud to bring you amazing wines made in Leelanau from 100% Michigan-grown grapes. This season, our award-winning wines debut at Chrysler and Yost Arenas. Laurentide is grateful to be part of your celebrations, dinners, and game day traditions. And each purchase helps support our engineering scholarship fund. Visit our tasting room or explore our wines at shop.laurentidewinery.com. Thank you and go Blue.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Protect your home and auto. Save when you bundle. Get a quote at progressive.com. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child. To give them the love that a child needs. It's probably the best thing you can do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
You say you never give in to a meltdown and never fill your feed with kid photos. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it and never let them run wild through the grocery store. So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, know it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We're closing in on tip-off, so let's head into the Michigan locker room and hear from head coach Dusty May. With Coach May, here's Brian Bush.
Well, Coach, your third time facing Michigan State here at Michigan, second time going up to Breslin. Any tweaks, changes to how you approached the rivalry then versus now?
Not really. Last year when we played them the first game, which was at home, there was so much hoopla and even, I thought, distractions that were created by all of us. Even myself, that's when the contract was announced for whatever reason, and there wasn't anything done. And at the time, my natural instincts was just let's keep everything on the back burner until we find a way to win this game. And we actually played really well in spurts, but our poise and composure and our response to adversity wasn't very good. And then we went up there late in the season, and we were on our heels at that point. We hadn't had the time to regroup and refocus, and they hit us in the mouth on senior night, and they had such a potent backcourt last year. This year, they're much more balanced with their front court and their backcourt sharing the load. But it's a good basketball team. But at the end of the day, we're going up there to play a game. The fans, the message boards, the Twitter, the narratives, none of that matters for that 40 minutes. And we've got to go up and do our jobs and play good basketball.
You mentioned the balance for Michigan State. Fears and Kohler were there last season. They've been around a little while, but it seems like they've taken their games to another level. What about them? We'll start with Fears. Is he doing so well now that maybe wasn't quite there in past seasons?
You know, it's tough because sometimes it's more situation than anything else. And last year, when you talk about Richardson and Holloman and Akins, those were 3 high-level guards that were capable of scoring. They were all good defenders, especially Holloman and Akins. And so sometimes it's just waiting your turn and learning from each other. But Fears is as impactful. I mean, we had a staff thread going earlier this year, and we were curious if he wasn't the most impactful player in our league as far as willing his team to win, the leadership, and then him just being able to create so many points outside of the framework of offense and defense with his ability to draw fouls, to get in the other team's head, and he thrives in those types of situations. So we've got to stay above the fray and be our best.
And Kohler, he's the top rebounding group for maybe the best rebounding team in the country. How does he and the Spartans do so well with rebounding the basketball? It's a blue-collar mindset. I mean, even last year, if you're not the first to make contact, he's going to slingshot himself off of you and generate more momentum to get the rebounds. But it's mostly want to. You know, those guys have been in the program, I think, 9 years or maybe even 10 years by their 2 big guys. And, you know, that's what they've always, those types of players have been attracted to that program since Chud Heathcote. And so that's the beauty of having a culture and identity established, but they go earn it. You know, I couldn't have more respect for both Kohler and Cooper for the work they do, for as unselfish as they are, and all the physical and tangible plays that they make to help them win. And so they're just a good basketball team. And, you know, ideally, as we get here a little bit longer, we'll have guys that have been in the program, but it's tough to have guys that have played for you for 4 and 5 years when you've only been a coach a year and a half at a place. So we'll hope. The math is not mathing there. There's no doubt. Please don't tell the Michigan State fans that. Lastly, what makes them so good? How are they so great defensively? It's their connectivity. They're also physical. They're athletic. They're handsy. But Cohen Carr's ability to erase mistakes, the size at the 4 and the 5, Fear's ability to draw offensive fouls, with tricking the officials. He's very good at it. He's physical, and then he sells it. And so there's a lot of things. And then their committee of
off guards are all good, solid team defenders. And then their backup 3-4s, whatever you want to call it, their freshman 3-4s are both going to be great players. You know, they were highly touted coming out of high school. They've acclimated well to their team, and you can tell they have a winning DNA, and that's the type of guys that are attracted to that program right now.
Coach, appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you, Brian.
There's Dusty May. We'll come back with Terry's keys to victory, the starting lineups, and the opening jump right after this. Wolverines and Spartans, top 10 clash of Breslin. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Sports betting can be fun, just like football. There's excitement, winning. But imagine that sports betting is a 300-pound lineman coming straight at you. For tips that will help keep you on your feet, go to don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Have a gambling problem? Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER.
Nothing says home like Aunt Millie's. Whether it's in your cupboard, at your local Meijer, or even at Chrysler Center. From pre-game breakfast, tailgate sliders, or post-game victory food, Aunt Millie's is baking memories from their family to yours. Pick up all your Aunt Millie's favorites at your local store, or grab a hot dog or hamburger at Chrysler Center to see what we're all about. Aunt Millie's, closer to home.
Michigan Wrestling takes on one of the premier programs in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, on Friday, February 6th at 6 o'clock. It's a light-up Chrysler night, so the atmosphere will be electric. Tickets start at just $15, and you can secure yours now at mgoblue.com/tickets. That's mgoblue.com/tickets to support the Wolverines wrestling team in a critical Big Ten showdown with Penn State. mgoblue.com/tickets.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for the players every game at Chrysler Center. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, the official hardwood floor care provider of the Michigan Wolverines.
The best Michigan State game ever in terms of where these two teams are ranked. Michigan number 3 in the AP poll, Michigan State number 7 in the AP poll. But Terry Mills, it has been since 2018 that the Wolverines have won a game here at Breslin. How do they change that? What are your keys to victory?
Well, number one, nothing really changes when it comes to Coach Tom Izzo. Number one is transition defense. This Michigan State team loves to advance that ball up the sideline with the pass and not the dribble. Michigan's got to get back, form those defensive walls, and get the defense set. Michigan State is averaging 17 points in transition, so Michigan's got to get back and be ready to play defense in transition. Number two, defensive rebounding. Michigan's got to block out because what Michigan State lacks in offense when they go through droughts, they want to make it up by pounding that glass, averaging 12 offensive boards a game. And last but not least, offensively, poised and patient on offense. Take singles. Don't try to make home run plays. This team is a very handsy, very solid defensive team, and you got to take what they give you.
And Michigan State, they will make their fair share of turnovers. They've turned it over on better than 20% of their possessions in league play. That is worst in the Big Ten. Before we give you the starting lineups, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield. Inside a sold-out Breslin Center. Time for the starting lineups first. For then, from here in East Lansing, the Michigan State Spartans, 18-2 overall. They are 9-1 in league play. At the point guard spot, Jeremy Fears. He is second nationally in assists per game, fourth nationally in assist to turnover ratio. Dropped a career-high 29 at Rutgers on Tuesday. The other guard is Divine Ugochukwu. He is a transfer from Miami, had a game-tying triple against the Scarlet Knights to force overtime with 11 seconds left. Up front, Cohen Carr, the athletic 6'6 junior, who has only scored 4.5 points a game in 4 appearances against Michigan, but several highlight reel jams. He is as athletic as they come. The 4 spot belongs to Jackson Calder, second to Washington's Hannes Steinbach in rebounds per ball game. He is playing his 114th game at Michigan State. The center is 6'11 Carson Cooper, put up a career-high 37 minutes and a 12.14 rebound double-double in Piscataway on Tuesday. The head coach is Tom Izzo, his 31st season at the helm of Michigan State basketball, 756 wins, 304 losses. Associate head coach Doug Wojcik, assistants Thomas Kelly, John Borovich, Austin Thornton, and former Wolverine assistant Sadi Washington. For the Michigan Wolverines, number 3 in the AP poll, number 2 in the coaches poll. They're 19-1 overall, 9-1 in the league. The point guard is Elliot Cadeau. He struggled with turnovers, had a career-high 8 against Nebraska on Tuesday, 18 over his last 4. Namari Burnett, 0-4 against Michigan State in his Michigan career. He is playing in his 5th opportunity here. He's averaged 9 points a ball game against the Spartans. Up front, Yaxel Lendborg, just 10 points, 3 boards, and 1 assist against the Huskers on Tuesday. Joined up front by the 4-man Morez Johnson Jr., 3rd nationally with a field goal percentage north of 69%. And Adai Mara, he's been sizzling lately, 78% from the field and 13 points a ball game over Michigan's last 5 contests. The head coach is Dusty May, 2nd season at Michigan, 46-11. 8th season as a Division I collegiate head coach, 172-80. His assistants, Mike Boynton Jr., Justin Joyner, Drew Williamson, Kyle Church, and our pregame guest, Akeem Miskadeen. Wolverines come out in their blue jersey tops and bottoms. Michigan State in the home whites. It is a whiteout here at Breslin, the Izzone, which goes all the way around the court in the lower bowl. They are decked out in white. They've been here since a little bit after 6 o'clock. Our officials tonight, Paul Sells, Michael Reed, and Randy Richardson. It is meeting 197 all-time between Michigan and Michigan State. The Wolverines have never started better than 19-1. The Spartans have never started better than 19-2. That's where they both are right now. Sells ready to throw the basketball up into the air on that Spartan logo. Adai Mara back taps it to Michigan as he beats Carson Cooper and the Wolverines. Start with possession, working left to right from our vantage point and right to left if you're following along on television. Center circle Lendeborg for Michigan. Lob it down Johnson, high block right, guarded against Calder. Drives to the block. He's one-on-one guarded, fades away. Air ball popped up into the air and secured by Cohen Carr for Michigan State. Spartans quickly the other way, and Adai Mara called for a whistle as Fears induced contact. 25 seconds in, Fears looks to the crowd and hypes him up as Jeremy Fears, one of the best in the country at inducing and maybe really going a little bit too far on prognosticating fouls. He picks up Adai Mara's first.
Yeah, I know it can't be called this way, a tic-tac foul. I mean, you're talking about 2 guys that brushed each other coming down in transition, and you call a foul there.
And if that's a foul, we're going to be here for a while tonight. Fears give to the right wing, and it's Ugochukwu. Right side, skip it Cooper. Mara bothers him out on high. Shot clock at 8. Fears left corner. Up fake on Lendeborg. Takes it underneath the cup. Jumping pass bobbled and lost out of bounds. And there is one of those turnovers for the Spartans, who have turned it over more than any team in the Big Ten during league play. Michigan's ball, no score.
Yeah, and it's good to see Michigan force that first turnover.
Cadeau, far sideline into the forecourt for the blue-clad Wolverines. No-look feed right side Johnson. Posts up Mara. One-on-one against Cooper. Backs him down. 2 left-handed skips. Pivots. Banks and scores. Low on the right. Easy pickings for Adai Mara. 2-0 Michigan a little bit more than a minute in.
Well, you can see right now that the Spartans are going to be stubborn and say, hey, I'm not going to double team. And I tell you what, Mara has had his way in the post when teams are not double teaming.
And Michigan State doesn't double a lot. Fears right elbow. Detours right baseline. Has Johnson on him on a switch as Michigan switches 1 through 4. Here comes Ugochukwu, takes it in, leave it off for Cooper, who punches it down low on the left, and Michigan State strikes 2-2, a minute and a half in. Cadeau, left wing for Michigan. Around a modest pick from Mara, had it poked away by Fears, which just allowed Cadeau to dribble again. Has it on the left side now after a quick pass to Burnett. Michigan halfway gone on the shot clock, nothing on the interior yet. Burnett drives in, and he gets bumped by Ugo Chukwu. And that was a pretty ticky-tack foul from Paul Sells. Maybe a bit of a way for these three officials to try to keep what Roddy Gale Jr. said would be, quote, the most physical game they've ever played in their lives. Early on, trying to keep it a little bit less physical.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, if you're trying to take that away and you aim it at depth, I think Michigan kind of wins that battle.
Inbound Burnett left corner over to Mara left wing. A little bit less than 2 minutes in, game tied at 2. Mara backs down against Cooper. He'll hook from the Big Ten logo, had it blocked, and it's picked up by Carr after the 24th block of Cooper's season. Right corner Carr triggers a three over Lendeborg, misses it badly, but a one-hop rebound Fears. Straight on three ball where he caught it, in and out, rebound Mara. Good box out on Cooper, Michigan's ball.
Yeah, I like to call those 50-50 balls. Long shots equal long rebounds, and Michigan's got to be ready for those. Pick up that loose change.
Cadeau seesaws at the point, drives right block, up off the glass and good for 2 over Fears. Michigan back in front 4-2, 2.5 minutes deep here at Breslin.
Yeah, I tell you what, Michigan gives themselves a fighting chance as long as they can stop the Spartans from getting out in transition. Good defense.
Cooper drives by Mara, and then Mara shoved him from behind. That's number 2 on a dime Mara at the 17-17 mark, and that was a panic frustration foul from the Michigan junior. As a result, Roddy Gale Jr. summoned from the bench quickly as Mara, he may have to sit most, if not all, of this first half.
I'm not sure if they called that on Mara. I thought they called that on...
Oh, they did. They called it on Burnett. Wow.
Burnett, yeah.
That's fortunate for Michigan. So Gale still in for Mara. Namari picks up his first. I think both sides might be perturbed with that whistle. Michigan, that it happened. Michigan State, who it was attributed to. 4-2 Michigan, 17:05 left first half.
Yeah, I thought it was the right call.
Dump it down, Cooper. He'll work against Johnson with 3 on the timer. Spins, fades away with 1, and it is off the front iron. Lendeborg reels in a right-handed rebound for Michigan. Wolverines with the basketball up by 2. A little bit more than 3 minutes deep. Cadeau left wing. Back over right side. Lendeborg pops up a 3. Knocks it down. Yax has been struggling from deep this month. Just 16%. Goes long there, 7-2 Wolverines early.
Yeah, good to see Yax not hesitating, being able to pull up, knock that shot down.
Kohler, give it off to a driving Carr. Goes up strong, fleeced by Burnett, and Michigan has it. Dangerous feed gets to Cadeau from Lendeborg. Wolverines pushing up 5. Burnett jumping past left wing. Lendeborg has it for Michigan, and the Wolverines slow things down with Michigan State's is-zone, waving those white towels. Lendeborg spins in the paint, scooping layup blocked near the out-of-bounds mark by Carr, and he couldn't save it from going out of bounds. So Michigan maintains possession, 10 on the shot clock, 7-2 Wolverines, and that Lendeborg three-pointer moments ago brought to you by Citgo Top-Tier Tri-Clean Gasoline. Michigan fans, when you start with Citgo, you're good to go.
Yeah, but that's the poise that I'm talking about with Michigan, being able to push it up, didn't have anything, kind of peel it back, run a little offense, get the shot you want.
Cadeau inbounding baseline right. Quick conversation at the scorer's table. Michael Reed going over to make sure that it's a reset 20 on the timer. And I think that was because Carr double touched it. He blocked it and then was the one who actually got to the basketball first. Lob it up, free throw line to Lendeborg. Sizing up against Carson Cooper. Dribbling at the free throw line, whip it Gale high to the right wing. Michigan by 5. Media timeout next stoppage with a timer at 8. Right wing Gale trudges free throw line, lob it up, off the fingertips of Johnson, intercepted Cooper for Michigan State. Up ahead, Fears quickly into the forecourt, left alone at the point, zips it in toward Carr, knocked out of bounds by Michigan. And Michigan State quarterbacks it in baseline left when we return. 15:48 to go here in this first half. A strong start for the Maize and Blue, shooting 3 of 6. They lead here at the Breslin Center, 7-2 on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross, we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
The excitement, the passion, the tradition.
To Poole. Deep three in front of us for the win.
He hit it!
This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
It's time to ring in the new year with great offers from your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Right now, check out the 2025 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend, which comes standard with 5 available GOAT modes. Easy Plan customers who trade in their current vehicle can lease a 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend for $319 a month for 36 months, with $1,939 cash due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all buyers will qualify for low mileage Ford Credit Red Carpet Lease. Payment includes $1,000 Open Trade Assist and $750 ICI Alternative Cash. Offers are only valid on Package 200A. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by February 2nd. See dealer for qualifications and details. Start the new year off in a new SUV and lease a Bronco Sport Big Bend for $319 a month for 36 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first.
Wolverines 7, Spartans 2, 15:48 to play here in this first half. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Tony Butler, and Rob Joyce here from East Lansing tonight. As the official property restoration partner of Michigan Athletics, Belfort Property Restoration is celebrating and honoring first responders and members of the armed forces in our community. To nominate someone, visit mgoblue.com/hero. Terry, your thoughts on a strong first 4+ minutes from the Maize and Blue?
Yeah, solid defensive effort by the Wolverines. Everyone seems to be on the same page. Offensively, I like the mix of being able to only take one three-point shot, which they knocked down, but you're getting that mix of inside, outside, and not necessarily falling in love with the three-point shot.
Last season, when the Wolverines were here for the regular season finale, Michigan's largest and only lead was 3-2. Spartans went on to roll in that one, 79-62, after a late surge propelled MSU to the 75-62 victory in Ann Arbor. Michigan has dropped 7 straight here. Their last win, the Mo Wagner 27-point effort as Michigan won in 2018. Wolverines bring in LJ Kaysen. Certainly not a friendly face to those here after some of the unnecessary controversy a season ago. He's out there for Damari Burnett. Wolverines have Johnson guarding the inbounder, which is Jeremy Fears. Lendeborg, Kaysen, Johnson, Gale, and Cadeau on the floor. For Michigan State, Ugo Chuko exits Kurt Tang, the sophomore from New Hampshire, on the floor. Left elbow, Fears, dump it over right elbow. Here's Cooper for a jumper, no, and the rebound tapped by Johnson to Gale. Michigan will allow Cooper to take that all day long. Wolverines with another stop. Michigan State hasn't scored in more than 3 game minutes. Left side, Cadeau. Back to the right point, Lendeborg. Drifts to the right wing, around a screen from Gale. Steps back, right try, and he misses a 3. Offensive board by Johnson. Goes up strong, missed it badly. Lendeborg reels it in. Left corner, Kaysen a 3. And it's an air ball, but Lendeborg saves it for the Wolverines again. Yeah. Michigan out offensive rebounding, the best defensive rebounding team in the country. Cadeau right point a 3. Bullseye! 4 times the charm, 10-2 Wolverines.
Yeah, you're talking about blue-collar work by the Wolverines. I mean, you giving the Spartans a taste of their own medicine and pounding them on the glass.
Free throw line, Cooper, handoff, Fears, zigzags right elbow, poked away by Lendeborg. Pass still got to Kohler in the right corner. Now Fears jogging to the elbow, kick left side, here's a 3, Kohler, up and good. Halting an 8-0 Michigan run, a counter punch 3 from the Spartans, 10-5 Michigan. Kaysen quickly the other side, leave it for Lendeborg, double clutch banker, no, but he got fouled. Carr went for the block, and Lendeborg earns himself a couple of free throws, and they charge the foul inside on Carson Cooper. So Yax has a couple of free throws with the Wolverines in front 10-5, 14:27 to play. And how about Michigan's attack? After the 3, they got right down there and quickly get to the free throw line.
Well, listen, Michigan wants to get out and run in transition. I just like the fact of how they're mixing it up.
Lendeborg misfires on the first free throw. Came in shooting 85%, but it's a different deal inside Breslin Center when you're down in the maize and blue. Still 10-5 Wolverines. Rez having a quick word for Yax. The officials whistle. trying to speed things up as Lendeborg attempts to split the pair. Bends the knees, shoots it up, knocks it down, 11-5 Michigan, and Adai Mara spells Morez Johnson Jr. Michigan State maintains its group, save Jordan Scott out there. And now Cam Ward. So a couple of freshmen summoned for their first opportunities in this rivalry. Carr and Cooper exit. Wolverines bring some press, lobbed up and secured by Cam Ward from the DMV area. Ward has it at the point, drives in, push past Kohler. Left corner where he's lethal at three. Air ball off the back of Kaysen and a foul on the floor. Comes on Kaysen, tugging on Ward, says Paul Sells. And that's a shame because it was nowhere close.
Yeah, I don't like that call. I mean, that's a good box out by Kaysen. He just pretty much face guarded him. I mean,
yeah, that was some mutual backpacking there, but in any event, Michigan State gets another chance. Inbound Kohler, backs down Mara, now wheels it back out to the right wing. Here comes Fears on a handoff. Underneath the cup, tiptoes the baseline, brings it back out, bad pass, lobbed up toward Tang, saves it, now right wing. Fears tries a rainmaking three off the front iron. Lendeborg surges up, grabs it 1-on-2. Cano up ahead to Kaysen, and he had to go through his fingertips, or it would have been an easy LJ Kaysen lay-in. Oh, that's a shame. Still 11-5 Michigan with 13:54 to play. That is Michigan's second turnover.
Yeah, Kaysen has had some mishaps. Shot an air ball earlier and had one roll off his fingertips on the fast break. But here's the thing. Just keep investing in your defense right now. Their defense has been solid. They're not giving the Spartans second shot opportunities.
Cadeau exits. Trey McKinney, who won a state title this building in. Tang, left corner, misses a three. Kohler, easy offensive board and an easy block from Adai Mara on the putback attempt for Michigan. Deflects to Roddy Gale Jr. Wolverines up by 6. Into Mara, banging in on Kohler. Spins, banks, and scores a line drive off window. 13-5 Wolverines. Adai with an early 4.
Yeah, I tell you what, Adai Mara is getting very patient down there.
And an offensive foul. Cam Ward a little too pushy, and Paul Sells whistles him.
Yeah, I tell you, Paul Sells and his officiating crew are not letting anything slide right now. They know how a rivalry like this is, and they're not letting anything slip right now.
Remember my protest on the Adai Mara call? It's even up. You're going to call it both ways. I love it. 13-5 Michigan, 13-17 to play first half. McKinney's first touch, and he lobs it inside as Mara bangs inside against Jesse McCullough. Hooks one up right baseline, no. Rebound down to Jordan Scott for MSU. Far sideline, here comes Fears. Pauses left elbow, give right elbow. Ward jumper up, thuds off the heel. Gale soars for the Michigan Carom. Michigan State's 2 of 11 from the floor early. Wolverines in front by 8. Gale right wing, terminates the dribble. Lob it up right point, Mara. Give to a cutting Gale. Got yanked down in a late whistle, no doubt about it. It's a foul on Fears. We'll see if they call that a shooting foul. No, they don't. It was on the catch. And Jeremy Fears has his first, Michigan State's 4th. And Spartans fans looking at a foul, booing it because it happened to their team.
And that's the only reason they're booing, because it's the right call.
That was as significant of a foul call as we've seen tonight. Fears exits, as does Kerr Tang. Cohen Carr and Divine Ugochukwu out there for Michigan State. Also Carson Cooper in, a late swap with Ward exiting. Kaysen lob it up toward the point to Roddy Gale Jr. Michigan has possession up by 8. Gale feed right pocket McKinney. Looks right, drives left, lob it up, deflected out of bounds by Ugochukwu. Timer at 11, Michigan inbound far sideline, leading 13-5 here in East Lansing.
Yeah, I like the way Michigan is controlling the tempo of this ball game. They're picking and choosing when they want to run. And talking about hitting singles, that's what I talked about, how it's going to win this game.
Kaysen crossover bounce, low block right, feed into Mara. One dribble reverses and got the roll. Half dozen early for the 7'3" Adai Mara, 15-5 U of M.
Yeah, I tell you what, Mara is getting more and more confidence as this season goes on.
Will Cheddar out there for the first time, right side. McCullough tries 3, thuds it off the right side of the rim. Rebound loose, saved there by Scott, but he threw it errantly toward Carr. Last touch by Carr, out of bounds. Good hustle, Trey McKinney, and Michigan gets it back.
Yeah, you're talking about being first to the floor. The Wolverines know what's at stake here, and you had multiple Wolverines on the deck.
They call it a turnover on Jordan Scott. MSU with 4 of them early, and Michigan's outboarding the Spartans 10-7. It's 15-5 Wolverines. 12:05 to play first half here in East Lansing.
Yeah, well, they were fortunate to get that, but you got to be first to the ball.
Kaysen crosses over Ugo Chukwu, dump it off Cheddar, fakes it past left, considers a 3, dumps it down by Mara, deflected McKinney left wing, he tries the 3 and he misses it strong. Scott the rebound for Michigan State. Ugo Chukwu jaws into the right wing for the Spartans, who trail by 10. Free throw line, Ugo Chukwu pauses at the line. Now McCullough, guarded closely by Cheddar, loses the handle. McKinney goes for the steal, and a foul called on Michigan State.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Michigan is, this whole team has become a pest out there, just pretty much getting deflections, getting steals. Love the energy. I mean, there's pretty much sucked the energy out of this building. I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to have more energy and effort than this building is giving out.
Not a foul, just a loss of the basketball out of bounds. So Michigan has it near half court. When we come back, 11:34 left first half. Michigan in control early, leading at Breslin 15-5 on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Wolverine fans, it's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Alley Oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Michigan basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Michigan Wolverines. Let's go Wolverines! SeatGeek.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
The crushing industrial platinum of Filter. Friday, March 27th at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort with special guests Finger 11 and Local Age. Tickets start at $43 and on sale now at the box office and etix.com. Showtime 7:30. Filter with Finger 11 and Local Age. March 27th at Soaring Eagle Casino. SoaringEagleCasino.com.
A strong start for the Wolverines. In front here at the Breslin Center, 15-5. Michigan, a respectable 6 of 14. That's 43%. Michigan State, Terry, 2 of 12. What has worked for Michigan defensively?
Well, Michigan just being solid defensively. I mean, really protecting that painted area. Over half of the Spartan shots have come from behind the long line. I mean, they're 1 of 7 from 3, and this is not a team that's a burn you from the outside 3-point shooting team. So if Michigan can make them settle for threes, hey, you give yourself more of a chance to win this ball game.
Yeah, respectable 6th in the Big Ten at 36% from deep, but certainly not all of them have been wide open looks either. Strong start for Michigan against a Spartans team that has had 2 separate scoring droughts of 3+ minutes. Michigan fans, choose chill. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, where the mountains go blue. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Beer. Michigan comes out with Elliot Cadeau, Yaxel Lendeborg, Adai Mara, Trey McKinney, and Will Cheddar. Leading by 10 with a basketball. High on the left wing, Elliot Cadeau pounds the rock. Now at the center line, McKinney. Back left pocket, Lendeborg. Yax has an early 4. Guarded by Cohen Carr. Dump it down, high block left. Mara has it. Faces up against Kohler. Backs him down with a right-handed skip. Still working. Whip a deflected pass that's intercepted by Carson Cooper. Michigan's third turnover, and then Fears able to Oscar performance his way to a foul against Trey McKinney. 60 feet out. McKinney's first, and the Wolverines fourth.
Well, I'm going to tell you, with Mara, who is having an excellent game right now, Michigan State is just too good of a defensive team to take one-handed passes and try to throw it down the teeth of the defense. So
Carr, Kohler, Cooper, Jeremy Fears on the floor, along with Jordan Scott. Carr high to the left side for the white-clad Spartans. A 19-2 start, matching their best under head coach Tom Izzo, celebrating his 71st birthday today. Fears around a modest Cooper screen, angles his way right block, fades away, off glass for two, and Fears has his first 2 points after a career-high 29 at Rutgers on Tuesday. Michigan's lead down to 8, 15-7.
Yeah, I tell you, Fears is very crafty on those pick-and-roll actions where he tries to get you with that hostage dribble.
McKinney, left wing three, bullseye, a swish from Trey, where he won a state title with Orchard Lake St. Mary's in 2024, 18-7, Michigan's largest lead.
Yeah, but Trey McKinney feels like he's at home. I mean, he's won a state championship here.
Ball poked out of bounds on an entry feed toward Cooper by Morez Johnson Jr. Michigan State must inbound near the Michigan bench, deep corner, with the shot clock still at 21. Divine Ugochukwu summoned from the Michigan State bench to spell the freshman Jordan Scott. Yeah, Michigan State in that game at Rutgers needed the Ugochukwu triple with 11 seconds to force overtime. They trailed by 12 near the midpoint of the second half. Carr driving left lane line, banks one up against Johnson. Good defense, nowhere close. Johnson to board. Lob up Cadeau, picked up by McKinney, and an offensive foul called by called against Michigan away from the ball. Cheddar trucked into, you guessed it, Jeremy Fears, who's induced 3 of those infractions. And Will Cheddar, yet another foul whistled on him here at Breslin, his 9th in 32 career minutes.
Yeah, good no call down here by the officials. You're seeing Rez kind of wall up there.
Stagnant Michigan State here on the first half of this 30-second shot clock. Fears push pass right point. Cooper over to Ugochukwu at the free throw line. Offensive foul away from the ball on Michigan State, and it's number 2 on the Jackson, Michigan native Carson Cooper, who averages 26 minutes a game, played 37, a career high at Rutgers. He heads to the bench, and Cam Ward, the freshman, returns.
Yeah, I tell you, Izzo is all over the officials, but I tell you, those are the right calls. I know you're trying to sway the officials, but
both teams with 5 fouls. They're calling it tight here so far. A whistle away from the ball on Ugochukwu. He barrels into McKinney just as Michigan was getting into the offense. Tom Izzo begging for someone to listen to him, stomping down that far sideline as the foul's called on Michigan State. Ugochukwu's second. He leaves. Cohen Carr returns, as does Kurt Tang. 18-7 Wolverines. Getting frustrated are the Izzone and the Michigan State fans. Cadeau crosses over, works to the paint. High banker nowhere close. Rebound loose off the baseline before Lendebourg could save it for the Wolverines. It's MSU's basketball.
Well, Michigan's defense hasn't gave the Spartans much to cheer about. I mean, you know, the Wolverines has pretty much put a blanket over the Izzo zone. I mean, they have nothing to cheer about. Really kind of took them out of this ballgame.
Tom Izzo spent most of that pause in the action arguing with Randy Richardson as Michigan State brings it into the forecourt. Carr tiptoes his way to the right point, dump it down Kohler, who has 3 for Michigan State. Backs down against Burnett, spins underneath, leave it for Ward. High banker, too strong, rebound loose, and it's saved by Carr near the point. Second chance, the ball never hit the rim, so the timer's at 7. Tang, dump it down, high block right to Kohler. Works inside, fades over McKinney. Front iron and out, and Lendebourg lassos in the Michigan rebound. Their 12th, MSU has 10. Up by 11. Cadeau feeds inside Johnson. Shot fake, got Carr off his feet, laid it up and in low on the right. A Baker's dozen advantage for Michigan at 20-7.
Yeah, we're talking about taking singles once again. I mean, Michigan not trying to get fancy with the basketball, just...
Fears takes it strong. High banker, yes. They're going to say continuation, count it in a foul on Elliot Cadeau. Jeremy Fears Jr., his 4th foul drawn, this an and one, and it's the first on Michigan starting point guard Elliot Cadeau.
Well, that's what Fears is good at. I mean, he's good at drawing those fouls. And I know the officials. I mean, they want something on him and Rez, but I tell you what, those guys are the best of friends there, and you got to kind of look at that. That's kind of a love tap amongst friends.
Fears a lead at the line, clanks home the and one free throw, 20-10 Michigan. Jesse McCullough in, Cam Ward out. Yeah, Rez talked about it after Tuesday's game that he's already been texting with Jeremy Fears. Rez from Riverdale, Illinois. Fears from about a 30-minute drive away, Joliet. They are boys, as Rez describes it. 20-10 Michigan. Lendeborg high block right, working in on Carr, spins on him, terminates the dribble, fades away from 7 feet, airballs it, and the rebound palmed right-handed by Jackson Kohler for MSU. Fears trudges into the paint, working against his boy Johnson. Leave Kohler, shot fake at the point, back Fears, considers a drive, slows it down, has Johnson on the switch. Fears, right point, shot fake. And it's poked away by Johnson, and it's picked up Cadeau. Those two have played a ton together. Johnson knew the scout with the steal. Cadeau right wing three. Nowhere close, off to the left. Tang rips down the Michigan State carom. Media stoppage, next dead ball. Michigan in front, 20-10 here in the first half. Low block right, McCullough pivots in on Mara. Feed Fears, straight on three over. Johnson is an air ball out of bounds. Michigan's possession when we come back.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the Izzo zone didn't start complaining about that three-point shot there. Like Michigan might have had something to do with it, shooting an air ball.
Fears, he's at 5 points, but he's 0 of 3 from deep. Michigan doubling up MSU, 20-10 with 7:44 to play first half. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
The excitement, the passion, the tradition.
And the Wolverines win the Big Ten Tournament Championship, and they forge a lifelong bond.
This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Put your phone on D&D, that means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D, that means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Back to the Wolverines in front, 48-41.
Yeah, the old veteran move there by Johnson, pulled the chair from up underneath him.
Cadeau into the forecourt here with the is-zone starting to get some oomph behind it, but Michigan still leading by 7. Gale, lob it up, left corner, Cheddar. Looks in, delivers out Johnson. Rez, couple of right-handed skips, handoff Cadeau, timer 8, offensive foul, loose ball, or away from the ball is Johnson. Decked the ever foul-inducing Jeremy Fears, who sold it well, and Rez, like Yaks, has 3 fouls. He's exiting for a Daimara. And foul trouble will be of supreme importance for Michigan down the stretch. 14:04 left, up 7. But both Lendeborg and Johnson have 3 personals.
Yeah, well, we've been here before. This is where you see guys like Will Cheddar kind of hold his own and step up. So let's see what Will has for us.
Lob it up, Kohler catches, blocked by Cadeau, but it was after it hit the backboard. And defensive goaltending adds 2 more for Jackson Kohler and the Spartans. Just his second field goal make. Spartans within 5 at 48-43. Gale jogs into the forecourt for Michigan, clad in blue, in a whiteout here in East Lansing. Cadeau, left wing, fakes a pass inside. Now gets a Mara hedge, lobs it up, and a foul on the floor by Fears on that hedge against Mara. Adai taking a page out of the Fears book by admonishing it a little bit. And that's number 3 on Jeremy Fears at the 13:38 mark, with Michigan leading 48-43. Kerr Tang summoned, and he takes Jeremy Fears Jr. to the bench.
Well, I'll tell you, Fears has a lot to do with what Michigan State gets on offense. He generates so much offense for them, but Michigan should be able to take advantage here.
Gale head down, behind the back bounce at the free throw line. Over to Cadeau, left wing with 10 on the shot clock. No look feed Gale, drives left baseline, jumping pass intercepted Cooper. Michigan has to take advantage with Fears, 19 points and 6 assists on the bench. Tang, dump it down Kohler, one-on-one against Mara, spins in the paint, fades away from 7 and got the roll. Michigan State down just 3 at 48-45, 13:05 left here at the Breslin Center. It was 16 at the half, as big as 18 late in the first half. Left wing McKinney. Inside Mara, low block left, one dribble, Banker, no, blocked by Kohler, and then a loose ball foul on Michigan State. They charge it to Cohen Carr. It's number 1 on him. Spartans second of the half, Michigan to inbound.
Yeah, between the turnovers and Michigan having something going fluidly, fouls, offense is concerned, has been an issue, been a problem.
Gale leaves, and Yaxel Lendeborg with 3 fouls comes back in. A lob up to Yax, free throw line. 12:50 to play, Michigan up 48-45. They haven't trailed. Right side, Cadeau. Leans in, and a 3-shot foul as he kind of olayed with Ugo Chukwu getting too close. That's a heads-up play from a young man in Elliot Cadeau, who's played this Michigan State team twice, NCAA tournament and Maui Invitational. He goes to the line for 3.
Yeah, what a smart play there by Elliot Cadeau. And
Paul Sells making sure it's a 3 foul shot opportunity, but I think he was pretty clearly behind that long line. Sells a quick confirmation as Elliot Cadeau, 68% from the stripe, at the line for 3. Trying to add to Michigan's 3-point lead. His first is good, 49-45, and Michigan is 8 of 10 from the stripe tonight. Deep breath from Cadeau. One dribble, slight bend to the knee. Shoots it and misses it off to the right. Kohler leaves. And Cam Ward, the freshman, back in for Michigan State, who played 6 scoreless minutes in the first half but had 4 rebounds. Cadeau's third, got it to go, so he gets 2 of 3. Similar to that 68% mark at the line, Michigan back up 5 at 50-45, 12:40 to go. Ugo Chukwu with 3 fouls, still out there. Handoff Tang. No Fears on the floor right now for MSU. Left side Carr. Back Ugo Chukwu. Right wing Tang. Nothing on the inside yet for MSU. Ugo Chukwu with 9 on the timer. Left wing Carr. Quick feed inside Ward. Dump it down Cooper. Leans in. Reverse layup blocked by Mara. Deflects its way to Ward. Mara blocked it again. Caught by Ward, who had his rear end on the baseline. Back to Michigan. That was an Adai Mara defensive clinic.
And that's exactly what the Wolverines needed, was some tough inside defense. And Michigan kind of mixed it up there a little bit and went to a little zone defense to kind of confuse the Spartans there.
Fears back in. Ugo Chukwu exits. Fears playing with 3 fouls. McKinney in between the circles. Lob it up right side Cheddar. Right point Mara. Michigan by 5. Cheddar right point. Catch shoots a 3. Off the heel. Easy rebound Ward for Michigan State. Wolverines' first attempt from 3 after a 5 for 12 showing in the first half. Right side Fears leans in. And they're going to call a foul on a moving screen on Carson Cooper, as Fears was trying to induce one himself. So Cooper has foul 3. Whistles are going to become a factor down the stretch. 11:52 to play. Michigan 50. Michigan State 45 on this, the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
King K Cash is here. Celebrate with beads and big wins at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Every Saturday in February from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., one guest punches the King Cake board. Match 2 pairs and win a share of $40,000 in cash and premium play. Find the Mardi Gras baby for an extra $100 in premium play. Then at 10 p.m., one lucky guest will win the weekly grand prize of $5,000 cash. Only at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Real fun, real friendly. Visit Saginaw-EaglesLanding.com for complete rules and details.
Wolverine basketball and great beers go together like an alley-oop and slam dunk. Founders Brewing Company is a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics and has been brewing up high-quality, highly rated beers like All Day IPA, Michigan Pilsner, and their hazy IPA Mortal Bloom right here in Michigan for over 25 years. Whether you're cheering from your couch or at Chrysler Center, these beers are perfect to celebrate every Michigan win all season long. Learn more about Founders and where to find your go-to game day beer at foundersbrewing.com.
Experiencing a Wolverines game is a lot like life. We honor traditions. We shed tears for a loss, but also for a win. And every time we step on the court, it's a chance for greatness. Farm Bureau Insurance sees the connection and is a proud supporter of University of Michigan athletics. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
At Greenleaf Trust, we're prepared to help you win. Our clients, having achieved financial success in their own endeavors, come to us not for what they already know, but rather to benefit from our considerable expertise. With a nearly 100% client retention rate and specialized wealth management disciplines, Greenleaf Trust's team helps clients play the long game, from one generation to the next. A brighter future begins at greenleaftrust.com.
Michigan has not trailed here tonight on the road at East Lansing, but what was once an 18-point lead has been shaved to 5, 50-45. Wolverines leading the Spartans with 11:52 to play in this one. When you're out of town and want to keep up with live college sports, download the free Varsity Network app, available for both Apple and Android. Listen to College Sports Live with the Varsity Network app, which will have a college basketball blitz, normally on the football side of things, but tomorrow afternoon, 1 to 6. Check that out on the Varsity Network app. Wolverines here leading it by 5, 50-45. And it's been a 19-8 second half surge for Michigan State. We talked about the turnovers, but what else has concerned you about what Michigan has done first half versus second half?
Well, just really haven't been able to generate anything on the offensive end. I'd like to see Michigan get that ball moving from side to side and get that defense to shifting right now. You're allowing the Spartans to more or less just sit in the lane and set up their defense, and not enough ball movement and body movement.
Tom Izzo today celebrating his 71st birthday. This is the 10th time he's a head coach on his birthday in a game. He's 8-1, 3-0 against Michigan. There were some birthday hats for those in the Izzone around the lower bowls. Michigan trying to spoil that with McKinney, Cadeau, Lendeborg, Cheddar, and Mara on the floor. Fears, Scott, Ward, Kohler, and Carr counter for the white-clad Spartans. Fears playing with 3 fouls. Lendeborg currently with 3 fouls. Left side McKinney, feed the post Mara. Working against Ward, wheels it back out. Hand off McKinney, plenty of time on the timer, which is halfway gone. Cheddar, right elbow, back to McKinney. Contested 3 over Scott, no. And then a foul. They're going to call it on McKinney after he fell to the ground. Paul Sells says that McKinney tugged down fellow freshman Jordan Scott after Lendeborg got the rebound for Michigan. So Trey McKinney picks up his first foul. I didn't see that one. Excuse me, his second foul.
No, and we couldn't get a review on that either.
And this one will be looked at for a potential hook and hold. 50-45, Michigan leading Michigan State. 11:33 to play. Interesting spot here with the Wolverines not having made a field goal over their last 3 minutes, 22 seconds. They're 3 of 10 in the half.
Yeah, well, usually what happens with the Wolverines, when they go through droughts, they have the ability to sit down and lock down defensively, where they allow their opponents to go through that same drought that they're going through.
Not a lengthy look at the monitor. Now the 3 officials, Paul Sells, Michael Reed, and Randy Richardson, who I think have done about as well as they could have in this environment. Yeah, there's some things you're going to argue with if you're a Michigan fan. Every whistle, Tom Izzo will argue if it goes against Michigan State. Back to the monitor to look it over. 50-45. Michigan has the advantage. 11:33 to play in what is the best matchup ever in this rivalry in terms of combined rankings. Michigan at number 3 in the AP poll. Michigan State at number 7 in the AP poll.
Yeah, I just did not see what happened. So.
Paul Sells to announce it to the Breslin Center. They're going to say a hook and hold on McKinney. So Jordan Scott heads to the free throw line for 2 free throws. Then MSU has the basketball. Scott, a 68%er on the year. With no one along the lane line, rattles home the first. And the Spartans are 16 for 17 at the line. They're within 4. Scott's second is also good. 50-47. Remember, the hook and hold that Michigan reviewed led to an 8-0 Michigan run. We'll see if Michigan can overcome. And it's not really a hook and hold. I think it was a knock to the, the private areas there.
Yeah, I think he pulled him as he was going down.
Left side Fears. Michigan State can tie with a 3 on this trip. Left corner, Scott open for that 3, and he missed it short. McKinney rips down the rebound for Michigan. Lob up ahead, Lendeborg playing with 3 fouls. 11-11, make a wish here in East Lansing with Michigan clinging to a 3-point lead. High block left, Mara. Couple of dribbles, jump stop, Euros, banks, missed it, tap up, Lendeborg, good. He was 1-on-4 underneath and still finishes it. 52-47 Wolverines.
Yeah, that's an excellent time to get in there and get a rebound because Mara's drawn so much attention.
Kohler, lob it right side, Scott drives in on Kaysen. He Euros, he floats, he scores, and he got fouled. Jordan Scott with an and 1. 3rd infraction on Trey McKinney. Michigan's 3rd to get to that mark, joined by Yax and Rez. And MSU is within 3, 52-49 with 10:42 to carry. Scott back at the line for a Michigan State team that has been nearly flawless from the line, 17 of 18. It's airborne, and he got it to go. Michigan State came in 130th nationally in free throws. They've taken care of business on the freebies, and they're within 2, 52-50, as several Spartans smack the floor, as is tradition. Wolverines looking for some offense. Kaysen at that center jump. Left wing Lendeborg. Waits for a Mara screen. Doesn't use it. Left side Cheddar. Shot fake. Fakes a drive. Back to Yax. Feed low block left. Here's Mara. 1-on-1 comes. Double team, a rarity for Michigan State. Shot clock at 2. Pitch out intercepted by Cheddar. Past Cheddar out of bounds. Shot clock violation. And Michigan State's defense has been outstanding in the second half.
Well, you see no ball movement whatsoever, no body movement. The ball just stayed right here on this particular side of the floor. I don't know exactly what Michigan was trying to accomplish there, but you've got to get that defense to shift from side to side.
Cheddar out, Gale in. 52-50 Michigan. 10:07 to play. Wolverines only had 4 first-half turnovers, 7 so far in the second half. Spartans can tie or take their first lead on this trip. Left wing Fears, considers a 3, takes it to the free throw line, fades away right elbow, rattles out, rebound popcorned up in the air. Gale saves it, and he gets fouled by Scott, sold it well. And Jordan Scott picks up foul number 2. Michigan State's 5th of the half, and the Wolverines get another big stop.
Yeah, and was first to the ball. I mean, they got to be able to generate some offense here and get that ball to popping right now.
9:45 remaining. Michigan up 52-50. McKinney over to the left side. Kaysen Rain-making three. It's strong. Rebound back tap by a couple of Wolverines to Kaysen. Shoots from the same spot. Different result. He hits the three. LJ's first bucket, a big one. 55-50 Michigan. Michigan State quickly to the other end. Carr saves a tough catch along the baseline, and Cooper has it left point. Handoff Fears around a screen from Cooper. Pulls up long two. Head of the key is a swish. And it's back to three. 55-52 Wolverines. 9:10 to play. Lendeborg to the right side. Gale looks in toward Mara. Feeds it to him. High to the left side. Kaysen. Lob it back. Lendeborg considers a three. Doesn't take it. Face guarded by Kohler. Jab step and a drive into a double team. Kick right side. McKinney a three. A little bit strong. Rebound Carr for Michigan State weak side. Fears into the forecourt. State down three with possession. Fears leans in. High banker. Too much on it. Mara rips down the Michigan rebound. Wolverines are even on the glass with State. Kaysen drives. Had it dislodged by Scott. Over to the right side. Lendeborg after Kaysen saved it. Into Gale. Jumping past Mara. Right corner. McKinney has it. Doesn't take the three. McKinney now left wing. He shoots a three. It's off the heel, over the backboard, out of bounds. And Michigan is 1 of 6 from the long line in the second half. Back to the Spartans. Michigan up 55-52, 8:17 remaining.
Yeah, good looking shot there by Trey. Just wasn't able to knock it down.
Morez Johnson Jr. and Will Cheddar back in there. Adai Mara and Trey McKinney take a seat. Divine Ugochukwu returns for Michigan State. Jeremy Fears gets a brief respite with the under-8 media timeout looming. 8:17 left. Wolverines up 55-52. Michigan has not trailed in this contest. Kohler left point. Left wing Tang. Skip it left corner. Scott back to Tang. Right wing Ugochukwu, who sent the game at Rutgers to overtime with a three with 11 seconds left. Skip Kohler, right point, a three for the tie is good. Jackson Kohler's second triple tonight. And Michigan State's climb back from 18 is complete. 55 all. Gale had an open three on the other side, didn't take it. Michigan settles in offensively. Lendeborg in between the circles. Pitch right side over to Gale. Drives in on Tang, who fouled him on a bump. It's the 6th foul on Michigan State. And it brings us to the under-8 media timeout. But Michigan State has outscored the Wolverines by 16 since halftime. All square, 55 apiece, 7:38 to play from Breslin. And on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Today's game is brought to you by Sleep Number. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Limited time only at Sleep Number or sleepnumber.com. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
This message is for Shauna, my mom who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You taught me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Don't act like that. Don't wear that. Don't think that. I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know that you can be vulnerable and powerful. That taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love and who loves you. Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
All square, 55 apiece. Michigan and Michigan State with 7:38 remaining as we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield. To be with you from East Lansing, Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Tony Butler, and Rob Joyce. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Terry Mills, what does Michigan need here in the final 7:38 to ensure that what was once an 18-point lead doesn't get wasted against the rival Spartans?
Well, number one, take care of the basketball. Number two, get back to playing that defense you played in the first half, that connected defense, where you were only allowing one shot. You were first to the basketball. Michigan's got to get back to playing Michigan-style defense that traveled in the first half.
Jeremy Fears leading all scorers with 21 for MSU. He has 6 assists and a turnover. Does have 3 fouls. He's out there on the floor with Kohler, Cooper, Scott, and Ugo Chukwu. Michigan, led by Yaxel Lendeborg, 16. He also has 3 fouls. On the floor with Gale, Johnson, Cheddar, and the inbounder Cadeau. Skip a pass, right corner, catch and shoot Cheddar 3. Too strong, rebound secured by Lendeborg. Went up strong, blocked out of bounds. Both Scott and Cooper swooped in there and blocked it out of bounds. 18 on a reset timer for Michigan. 7:32 left, still tied at 55.
Well, that's what Michigan has to do. They've got to give them some of their own medicine right now.
Quick skip by Cadeau. Lendeborg wasn't waiting for it. Intercepted Fears. Drives in on Cheddar. Laid it up and in. And it is Michigan State's first lead at 57-55. 7:20 to play. Quickly other end. Blocked by Cooper on a layup attempt by Lendeborg. And he got fouled. It was close to a goaltend, but Michigan quickly able to get Lendeborg at least 2 foul shots. 7:19 left. Yeah. And it did appear to be a clean block.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, turnovers equal fast break opportunities for the Spartans.
Lendeborg, 5 of 7 from the stripe today, 85% for the season. His first is good. And they called that a non-shooting foul, so that was a 1-and-1 on the 7th foul.
Yeah,
whatever, he made it. That was bizarre.
I was thinking of goaltending myself. I thought he got it up on the glass.
Lendeborg, a chance to bring about the game's 3rd tie. Bends the knees, shoots, and scores it. No better than when we started at 8:05 today inside a sold-out Breslin Center. 57-57 as Fears jogs his way into the forecourt for MSU. High to the left wing, Fears skipping the basketball, guarded by Gale. Pitches left wing, Kohler shot fake, Gale jumped off his feet. Vacates to Fears, drifts left elbow, passes left baseline, Cooper has it. Sizes up, Johnson with 7 minutes left in a tied game. Skip back, Scott, wiggles his way into the paint. Banker, yes! A lot of contact, no whistle. 59-57, Michigan State back in front. Quickly to the other side, Cheddar drives into Cooper, peels it back out. Left point, Johnson, he'll take it right elbow. Underhand lead, Cheddar. He tries a 3 for the lead. Got it to go! Will Cheddar with his first field goal, 60-59. Michigan up 1. Fears almost lost it on the Kohler inbound. Fears terminated his dribble, has to take a timeout with just 22 on the shot clock. They actually dwindle it to 21. And Michigan State has to take a timeout that we'll join them on. Michigan 60. Michigan State 59. Will Cheddar's 3 gives Michigan the lead back. We'll pause for this timeout on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Honey, did you pay the rent this month? Because I just received a late notice.
Sorry, what's that?
Wait, are you gambling online again?
Me? No, not at all.
If managing the bills and your betting has become a challenge, self-excluding from online gambling or sports betting might be for you. Learn more at don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Have a gambling problem? Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER.
Michigan fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Beer.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free home delivery on most beds with base. Limited time. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at a Sleep Number store today.
Wolverines fans, it's time to join the University of Michigan Credit Union, the leaders and best in local banking. We are here to help you stay on top of your game with competitive loan rates and championship service to meet all your financial needs. Access your account with our conveniently located branches and ATMs, 24/7 online banking, and our mobile app. To learn more about our services or find a branch near you, visit umcu.org. UMCU is a proud partner of Michigan Athletics. The University of Michigan Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
Back here at the Breslin Center. Michigan 60, Michigan State 59. We've got just 6:27 to play with the national champion Terry Mills, our engineer Tony Butler, and our host Rob Joyce. I'm Brian Bush. Score more with the college-branded Venmo debit card. Rep your team with every tap. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bain Corp Bank N.A. Select schools available. How about Will Cheddar? Michigan down by 2, pops up that right wing 3, just his second field goal make in 10 career attempts in this building. He, like all these Wolverines, trying to end the drought. 7 straight losses here at East Lansing, and they're up by 1 with 6:27 to play. And Jeremy Fears, he's been the guy to somehow try to slow down. He's been awesome.
Yes, he has. I mean, he's been awesome on both ends, and Michigan's got to get a hold of him right now. And I looked at the stats, and a big difference in this game I've seen. We can always talk about turnovers, but there are 13 turnovers apiece. It's just the fact that Michigan State is turning those into goal for them. I mean, they got 19 points off the turnovers, and we only have 8.
And the turnover battle in the half is 9-2. Cooper, handoff Fears, detours left wing, curls into the paint, bumped by Gale, play on with 6 on the timer, kicks Scott, catch and shoot straight on 3, off to the right, rebound, Gale had it poked out of his hands by Scott, out of bounds, and it's Michigan's basketball. A defensive stand from the Wolverines after that Tom Izzo timeout. Trey McKinney summoned, he replaces Roddy Gale Jr.
A good defensive series there by Roddy Gale to be able to slow Fears down.
6 minutes remaining. Michigan up a skinny single tally. They have the basketball left wing. Cadeau, McKinney, Johnson, Cheddar, and Lendeborg on the floor. Cadeau into the paint. Lassos a pass into Johnson, had blocked, but it foul as well on Michigan State. Heck of a feed from Elliot Cadeau. The infraction on Jackson Kohler in a game where there are a ton of guys with 3 fouls on both sides. The big fella Kohler with his first.
Yeah, where has he been?
He's been hanging out at the three-point line a lot.
He hasn't been in the fray, that's for sure, because
here's Rez, his first free throws of the game. 79%er on the year, trying to add to Michigan's 1-point lead. First one is good from Morez Johnson Jr., who played here with Illinois last season, had 11 points, 6 rebounds in 17 minutes. Remember, he broke his wrist on the two-handed block of Trey Holloman early in Illinois' loss to the Spartans in Champaign last February. One more for Rez. Rattles it home. Michigan back up to a 62-59 edge. Gale in, McKinney out, and that offense-defense switch seems to be in play for Michigan. Gale out there defensively.
You talk about Gale did a good job on Fears that last time, keeping his hands up, showing his hands on defense, because Fears is so crafty that he wants you to kind of reach in and grab his hand.
Carr, left wing, takes it to the left block. Shot rejected by Johnson, but a foul. Will Cheddar around there. He spilled to the deck. and Cheddar picks up the bump. It is Michigan's 7th. I think they're going to call it a shooting foul anyways.
Well, I think law of averages, something has to come true here. You're talking about Carr being a 57% free throw shooter and hasn't came true today.
He is 4 of 4. Michigan State 18 of 19. The lefty's first.
There we
off
go.
The heel,
there we go.
And that's why Terry Mills has that ring on his left hand.
There we go.
62-59 still. And Michigan shuffling things out. Gale exits, McKinney back in. 5:40 to play. Still 62-59 U of M. Carr with 10 points and 6 rebounds. His second one way off the mark to the left. Rebound Lendeborg after some friendly fire with Johnson, but he retrieves it in the corner, and 0 for 2 trip.
A little whammy there, huh?
Summoned by T. Mills. Left wing Cheddar back to Cadeau in front of the Michigan bench. Wolverines up by 3. 5:23 remaining at Breslin. Right wing Lendeborg, Michigan's leading scorer with 18. Feed it down Johnson. Snags it with his right fingertips. One-on-one against Kohler. Jump stop in the lane. Clear space. Banks and
get in there.
Somehow popped out of there. Rebound loose. Picked up by Carr. That did a 720 on the rim after going off glass. Popped out of there. Michigan State's ball. Still 62-59. Wolverines with a lead. Less than 5 minutes left. Carr, skipper right corner. Up fake by Kohler. Has Cadeau on him defensively. Backs him down. Spins to Johnson. Loses the handle. And a bailout foul called after Kohler olayed it out of his hands. And the foul comes on Cadeau. It's his third. The fourth Wolverine at 3 with McKinney, Lendeborg, and Johnson.
Yeah, I thought that was a little tic-tac foul there. I mean,
I don't think he had the ball in his arms when he got the bump. Kohler, 85%er at the line. Swirls that one home. Michigan State trims the Michigan lead to 2 at 62-60. 4:51 left in regulation here at the Breslin Center. Kohler, a deep breath. Not many of those to go around inside this place tonight. Second free throw, Kohler good, and he would have gotten a second chance at it because Cheddar committed the most obvious lane violation I've ever seen. But he made it anyway, 62-61. That shows you the energy, the nervous energy at a peak here in this rivalry. Right side, Cadeau drives in, Euros in the lane, flows, scores it on a hook shot from 6 feet away. Cadeau fortunate to keep that pivot foot on the drive. 64-61 Michigan, 4.5 remaining. Fears calms things down at the center circle. He has scored or assisted 13 of Michigan State's 19 points, and he does another here as he lobs it up to Cooper, who catches and finishes over the front of the rim. Spartans within 1 again, 64-63, 4:10 to play in regulation.
I have to say this game is as advertised, I tell you that.
Cadeau in between the rings. Clad in blue, lob it up, caught by Johnson, jams it down over Cooper with a spin. 66-63, Michigan back up 3 points.
Yeah, Reds meant business on that one. I mean, you don't leave it for nobody to judge that one.
Cadeau's 5th dime today. Just 2 turnovers after a career-high 8 on Tuesday. Fears takes it to the rack. A lot of contact, no. Missed the layup. Got his own rebound after a deflection. Wheels it back out with a reset 20. Media stoppage, next dead ball. 3:35 on a rolling second-half clock. Michigan holding on to a 66-63 lead. Fears, push pass right side. Kohler a 3 for the tie. Well short, front iron and out. Rebound down to Cadeau and Michigan. And the Wolverines bleed some clock as Cadeau crawls it to the timeline.
Big possession here by the Wolverines here. They've been able to pick and choose and running some good offense and getting the bucket they wanted.
Cadeau around a screen from Johnson. Steps back, right wing, hoists a 3. Got it to go! Elliott's 3rd triple of the night. Flashes a 3 to the end zone. Timeout, Tom Izzo, Michigan State.
Well, what an answer there by Cadeau. I mean, Michigan is kind of orchestrating their offense right now. And one thing I can say about the Wolverines, they played with a lot of poise coming down the stretch. I think most teams would have faltered, if you will, but Wolverines hung together and fought through the adversity.
And it's up to 6, 69-63, 3:05 in regulation remaining on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
This is your home for the Hometown Call, the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Introducing Celsius, the energy you need for Michigan basketball. Pop open a can of Celsius and experience a refreshing taste made with proven ingredients, zero sugar, and essential vitamins, helping you keep up with every play and celebration. Whether you're in the Chrysler Center or cheering from your couch, Celsius keeps you energized for every basket. Find Celsius at a retailer near you or at Celsius.com. Celsius. Live fit. Go.
There is nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your team. Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Proud sponsor of the Alumni Association of the University of Michigan. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Michigan, a 69-63 advantage on the road at Michigan State, where they have not won since January of 2018. And with those 3 minutes and 5 seconds left in regulation, we're going to keep it here the rest of this game. And this last call is presented by our friends at Founders Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of Michigan athletics. It is not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, welcome to craft. I imagine there have been some stress beers consumed. Hopefully some celebratory ones coming up after 3 minutes and 5 seconds elapsed in this ball game. But Terry Mills, we all know, based on Michigan having a 16-point lead at halftime, an advantage as great as 18. I don't care until that hits triple zeros. You gotta see it to believe it. Michigan, how do they close it out?
Yeah, we're in a rivalry game. You just can't take a breath. You know, I was calm and poised and kind of understood that Michigan State would make a run, and that's what happens in rivalry games. Well, right now you got to play that tough, tenacious defense, one and done on the defensive end, have strong hands because they're coming and swinging and fouling, and on the offensive end, just get a good look. I mean, Michigan they haven't turned the ball over in a good stretch here. So, I mean, I think I talked about it that both teams had 13. Michigan is doing a much better job, and that was probably about 5 minutes ago.
Elliot Cadeau had 8 turnovers, a career high against Nebraska. Today he's been really good. 15 points, 5 assists, just 2 cough-ups. Hit that big 3 to prompt the Tom Izzo timeout. Now Michigan State has the basketball. Cohen Carr with it left wing, 3 minutes left. Right side Fears in front of the MSU bench around a meaty Cooper hedge. Lob it left wing Carr. Fakes in, delivers out on a hand to Scott, the freshman, wheels to the point. Kick Fears, drives in, zigzags, leans in, and they call a foul on Michigan. Wow. Bump called on the Wolverines, and it is on Adai Mara. Number 3 on him, the 5th Wolverine at 3, with Cadeau, Johnson, Lendeborg, and McKinney. Yeah, and it is Michigan's 9th, a 1-1 for Fears.
Yeah, I mean, where was Fears going? I mean,
he didn't even try to sell that one as much as he has others, but Fears at the line. Front end of the 1-1 for the 90%er, and he got it to go. 69-64. Trey McKinney and Will Cheddar come in. Roddy Gale Jr. and Adai Mara exit.
Well, he's been excellent at the line, but I tell you, if you're Michigan, you still got to make sure you're boxing out and getting ready to rebound the basketball because anything can happen.
Fears' second charity toss is a swish. Michigan State cuts it to 4, 69-65, 2:48 to play here at the Breslin Center. Wolverines into the forecourt with Elliot Cadeau. Donned with that Maze 3 on the blue jersey tops on a white out at Breslin. Give to Lendeborg, drives in, takes it strong and finishes off glass right block. Lendeborg up to 20, 71-65 Michigan. Fears charges other end, has it right block. Little shove on Cadeau as he retreats back out to the left wing. Now Cooper, handoff Fierce, off of his shin, lost it out of bounds. Michigan's ball on just the second turnover for Fierce tonight, and only the third for MSU since halftime.
Yeah, I think Michigan's been setting that play up by Yaks all game long, kind of a fake handoff, kind of an RPO in football, huh? Just run pass, dunk, or whatever you want to call it there.
High to the right side, Elliott Cadeau dribbling. 71-65 Michigan, 2 minutes to play now. Lendeborg, Michigan's leading scorer with 20. His second highest Big Ten output, dribbling right wing with 6. Bullet pass left side. Cadeau sizes up Fierce, takes it strong. Kick right wing. Lendeborg at 3 with the shot clock going off. Too strong.
Rez.
Offensive rebound by Rez. Fierce poked it away, but he gave it to Lendeborg in Michigan. Reset 20 with Michigan in front by 6. Timeout Dusty May and the Wolverines. 1:38 left, 13 on the timer. And how about both Rez and Yaks combining their fears so sure-handed so frequently, but he dribbled off his shin moments ago, and then he had that one and couldn't secure it. Michigan gets another chance. As we spotlight today's best in the game, brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Terry Mills, who's your best in the game?
Yeah, well, it's easy to say Yaks right now, but I'm going to go Elliott Cadeau. I thought EC has really turned it on. He's done an excellent job at taking care of the basketball, after those 8 turnovers against Nebraska. And, he kind of walked his way through this game. But I'll tell you what, when the game got on the line, he kind of turned it up a little bit.
Elliott Cadeau has 15. Second on the ball club, leads the team with 5 assists. Yaks with 20 to go along with 12 rebounds for his 89th career double-double. Michigan up 6, 71-65, 1:38 on the game clock, 13 on the shot clock. This is not a dagger opportunity, but a Michigan bucket here would likely send this sold-out crowd at Breslin into a shocked quiet.
Yeah, well, whether you get a bucket or not, get back in transition. Michigan State is trying to push that ball up.
Cadeau with it in between the circles, drives left elbow, give it in Johnson, reverses and scores! What a dime! And a better finish from Rez. 73-65 Michigan. Oh, that was beautiful out of the timeout by Dusty May. Now Michigan State fears high to the right side with 25. Zigzags right block, takes it strong on Rez, double clutch floater, no off glass, rebound, volleyballed around, it's loose on the net, Cadeau saves, calls timeout!
Look at there.
Will Cheddar lets out a roar. Elliott Cadeau skipping his way to a joyous Michigan bench.
Yeah, you're talking about getting after it and getting on the ground. You tell me the game wasn't on the line.
73-65 Wolverines, 1:09 to play, and the Wolverines call time with an 8-point advantage. And now you have the chance for the dagger.
Yeah, whether it's a dagger or not, you and I talk about it all the time. I won't be happy until that clock strikes all 0. So.
Yeah. And as you'd expect, a Michigan State fan lost a napkin up this way. It's a real shame.
Yeah.
Michigan by 8. How do you draw this up here, Terry? Michigan has 29 on the shot clock. And I guess the question is, would you anticipate Tom Izzo to try to stretch this out with some fouls?
Possibly. I don't know if he necessarily wants to play it out, but Michigan just has to make sure they get a good shot, and they've done that down the stretch. I mean, just don't turn the ball over. Don't take a quick shot. Get what you want right now. I mean, you're in control of this ball game. I'd like to see you either get a bucket or draw a foul and get some free throws, but
down the stretch, Michigan has made 6 of its last 8 from the floor. Michigan State has missed its last 3 and 4 of its last 5. Wolverines 73, Spartans 65. Length of the floor to go for the maize and blue. And Michigan State, for the first time all night, bringing some press here. Cadeau inbounding. Lendeborg, McKinney, Cheddar, and Johnson out there with him. Cadeau looks, chucks it up, secured by Lendeborg. He's doubled and then fouled by Cohen Carr with 1:07 to play. It is foul number 9 on Michigan State. So it's a 1-and-1 on Carr's second personal. Gale returns. He spells McKinney on that offense-defense switch. as Yaxel Lendebourg, 20 points, 12 rebounds in 33 Sterling minutes, heads to the free throw line.
Well, I got all the confidence in the world that he'll make these free throws simply because he didn't run away from the ball. He went to go get it. So usually guys that don't want to be on the free throw line and don't want to shoot free throws, they run away from the basketball.
Front end is a splash from Yaxel Lendebourg. 74-65 Wolverines, 1:07 to play. So Lendebourg back at the stripe, 21 on the night. The sixth-year senior hoists and hits. 75-65, Adai Mara in, and Will Cheddar out.
Now here's the thing on the defensive end. Nothing quick here. Make them run some time off the clock before they get up an attempt, and then be ready to rebound the basketball.
Fears heads down, stopped at the right elbow. Kick it Kohler, right elbow. Shot fake, leans in, shoots a three over Johnson, off to the right. Rebound loose, secured by Scott. Back Fears, right point. He tries three. Got it to go. Second chance opportunity. 52.5 left and a timeout. With the Wolverines having the length of the floor to go. 52.5, Michigan State takes its final timeout.
Yeah, Michigan could have came up with that rebound there. Could have got fouled and been ready to shoot some more free throws, but once again, they're going to be put in a position where they're going to be trying to foul. If you're Michigan, know that you can run the baseline on this. On a made shot, you can run the baseline. So
75-68 Wolverines, 54.5 to play. Possession arrow favors the Wolverines. Michigan has the only timeout remaining in the ball game. And right now, both teams would be in the double bonus as each team has committed 9 second-half fouls.
Yeah, well, Michigan did a good job defensively. They got them to run some shot clock. They just did not come up with that rebound. I mean, you took some time off the clock. But, no, they're coming swinging. They're going to try to trap, first of all.
Michigan comes out with Mara, Johnson, Lendebourg, Cadeau.
What are we doing here?
And Gale. Listen, 4-on-5 isn't the strategy I would take here.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Cadeau quarterbacks it in. A little surprised Mara's on the floor in a foul shooting spot. Dangerous feed, secured by Johnson. An immediate foul there by Jordan Scott.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on there. That coming out of a timeout and guys not being ready. Who's going to be out there?
Michigan 75, Michigan State 68. 52.5 seconds remaining. That foul is number 4 on Jordan Scott individually. And Michigan State's grouping on the floor came together, converged at the free throw line. More than anything, just to stall Perez at the line, who is 2 of 2 today and 79% on the season. His first free throw is up and good. We've talked about it all season long. Rez shot 62% from the line at Illinois last year as a freshman, but now he's around 80% with his 3-for-3 showing here tonight. Cheddar in, Mara out for Michigan. 76-68 Wolverines, 52.5 to play. As the Wolverines try to close out their first win at the Breslin Center since Mo Wagner wowed everybody in January of 2018. Johnson 2 dribbles, bends the knees, shoots, and scores. 77-68 Michigan. 52.5 to play. Carr quick inbound Fears. Splits 2, takes it right lane line. Scooping layup, no too short. Rebound secured by Gale. Dislodged by Fears, and then Cadeau snagged it, got fouled by Scott, whose night is done. And Elliot Cadeau has a couple of free throws as the Wolverines are starting to sense it. With no timeouts remaining, Tom Izzo will treat this as a timeout because he has the ability to take a moment and substitute somebody in for the freshman Jordan Scott, whose night ends 10 points in 26 minutes. 77-68 Wolverines, a flat 44 seconds to play. And Elliot Cadeau, Terry's best in the game tonight, readies for a pair of free throws.
Yeah, don't let me down. He's best at the game, that's for sure. I mean, that young man had a tough assignment. Guarding Fears, thought he did an excellent job. I mean, he didn't get himself in early foul trouble. And I tell you what, down the stretch.
And Cadeau, of course, has played Michigan State twice. Beat him in the NCAA tournament with North Carolina as a freshman in 2024. Then the 24 Maui Invitational, a great game. Michigan State won at the third place game.
Yeah, well, Cadeau didn't need a wake-up call by no means. I mean, when you talk about rivalry, I mean, you come from North Carolina. I think they say North Carolina and Duke is a rivalry. Am I correct? Okay.
Sources do say.
Sources do say, so.
After a lengthy stoppage, Elliot Cadeau has the basketball. Michigan's up by 9. 77-68, 44 seconds left. First free throw is a swish. Lendeborg clapping his hands at that Spartan emblem at center jump. Little smile on his face. Not done yet, but Michigan is potentially one stop away from wrapping up their first win here since 2018. Cadeau's second, knocks it down. McKinney in, and Cheddar exits.
Yeah, well, Yax wants to smile. I want to smile myself, but I'm not going to smile until triple zeros.
Right wing. Kohler a three. Front iron and out. Rebound tapped to Fears. He grabs it. Had his shot blocked by Gale from behind. Loose on the deck. Fears able to secure. Got it up on the rim. Missed it, but got fouled. And Jeremy Fears, who has been responsible for 15 of Michigan State's 21 field goals with 8 makes and 7 assists, plus 11 of 12 at the line, goes to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, he's a tough customer. I tell you what, he knows how to play. He knows how to draw fouls.
Shoots his first free throw and rattled it out. Still one shy of a career high in points, which he set Tuesday at Rutgers in overtime.
Yeah, 2 points in the first half and 27 in the second half.
It's been more balanced. Fears makes the second. 79-69 Wolverines, 32.4 left. Inbound to Lendeborg, and he is stepping on the baseline. Michigan turns it over.
I mean, I'm not understanding why you don't throw the ball. You had Trey McKinney right in front of you. I mean,
no, they're going to say a foul. They overturned the call. Tom Izzo, did he just get teed up? Tom Izzo barking at Paul Sells. 79-69 Michigan, 31 and a half to play. Because the overturned call, they're going to say the Fears foul came before Lendeborg stepped on that baseline. And then Tom Izzo got teed up. Michigan spoiling the 71st birthday of Tom Izzo here tonight.
Yeah, I didn't think Izzo was going to go down without a fight here.
Lendeborg makes the first. Smile off his face for right now. 80-69 Wolverines.
And how clutch has Michigan been with their free throws coming down the stretch?
Second one good. Michigan is 14 of 15 at the line since halftime. 81-69 Michigan. And now Lendeborg gets 2 more because of the foul along the baseline. A 12-point lead. It was 18. Then Michigan State snagged a couple of 2-point leads. And now it's back to a dozen. How about it?
I tell you what, Michigan is getting a lot of good film on what not to do, how to hold leads. They've got a lot of data against Nebraska. And now you can turn on the second half of this game and get a lot of data on what not to do when you have a lead.
Lendeborg makes the 2 with people along the lane line. 83-69 Michigan. And Dusty May uses his final timeout as the boos rain down here at Breslin. 83-69 Wolverines. And the Michigan State faithful head to the exits. Wow. Oh, is it a beautiful sight with Michigan leading it by 14. Well, now can you smile, Terry Mills?
I can smile, but you can also say what I said when we got in the car and we were on our way up here.
You did say, I'm feeling double digits.
And why? Because I said it was going to be. Water boy.
There's the smile from T. Mills.
There you go.
83-69 Wolverines, 31 and a half seconds to play. Oh, Michigan now, I think they're just soaking this up. A lengthy timeout. And yeah, Michigan learned about this rivalry last year. They had to learn the hard way. And this one's going to feel really sweet heading back home, busting down to Ann Arbor for the Maize and Blue. Inbound Fears. Jogs into the forecourt. Angles to the point. Lob it up right side. Ugo Chukwu takes it to the free throw line, drives it in, and it's partially blocked by Lendeborg. Volleyball tapped out of bounds. Last touch, Michigan. 18 seconds to play. 83-69 Michigan. Trigger to Fears. Leave. Right wing, Ugo Chukwu. A three. No, knocked out of bounds. Again, out of bounds on Michigan. Delaying the inevitable. Kyle Church, ever the demanding assistant like everybody is. He holds up the 1 through 5 switching sign. 12 seconds left. Michigan lead is 14.
Yeah, how about let's get a rebound so we can get out of here.
Over to Fears, lays it up and in, low on the left. He's got a career-high 31. But that and Tom Izzo's 71st birthday spoiled by the Maize and Blue. For the first time since 2018, Michigan comes to Breslin. They win it 83-71. Wolverines led for 36 and a half minutes. And they have a business-like approach as they go through the handshake line. You can hate the Wolverines, but you better respect them. Michigan wins it by 12, 83-71. We're back with the postgame show when we come back. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
We asked our team, why did you choose to work for Michigan Medicine? Here are some of their answers.
Being able to interact with patients, offer them hope, and hopefully giving them care that they couldn't receive anywhere else is the biggest thing.
Because it's the best of the best. We have great benefits, we have great leadership.
I love what I do. This is a place where you want to be if you're looking to make change.
To our team, we say, thank you for choosing us. We shape the future of healthcare together at Michigan Medicine.
Some drinks come in a bottle, some in a can. Only one comes in a ball and brings the buzz. We're Buzz Balls, the ready-to-go cocktail that's shaped like a ball. Coincidence? We think not. Big flavor, big buzz, ready to go. Buzz Balls. It's a ball. It's a drink. It's a whole vibe. Please drink responsibly. Buzz Balls, available in spirit, wine, and malt. 15% alcohol by volume. Buzz Balls, LLC, Carrollton, Texas.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Protect your home and auto. Save when you bundle. Get a quote at Progressive.com. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
It's time to ring in the new year with great offers from your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Right now, check out the 2025 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend, which comes standard with 5 available GOAT modes. Easy Plan customers who trade in their current vehicle can lease a 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend for $319 a month for 36 months, with $1,939 cash due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all buyers will qualify for low mileage Ford Credit Red Carpet Lease. Payment includes $1,000 Open Trade Assist and $750 ICI Alternative Cash. Offers are only valid on Package 200A. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by February 2nd. See dealer for qualifications and details. Start the new year off in a new SUV and lease a Bronco Sport Big Bend for $319 a month for 36 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first.
It's time to break down today's Michigan basketball game. Welcome to the postgame show. Highlights, stats, and interviews are on the way. Now, here's your host, Rob Joyce.
For the first time since 2018, Michigan goes to East Lansing, and they'll come home victorious. 83-71 the final over the Spartans. It wasn't always easy, but they got it done. Pick up a second top 10 win of the week. Coming up, we'll hear from head coach Dusty May, a couple of Michigan players, run through all the highlights, and of course the numbers. But as always, we start by breaking down the game and rejoining Terry Mills from Breslin. And Terry, Tuesday we learned about the fortitude of this team coming from behind at home against Nebraska. Tonight, they're up big on the road. It disappeared fairly quickly after halftime. They actually trailed briefly, and yet they found a way anyways. A different kind of fortitude that we learned about this team tonight.
Yeah, what comes to mind is resilience. This team didn't quit. You've seen them fight through adversity. No one panicked. You know, during those situations, you see teams start to point the finger, start getting on each other's back. Michigan had a calm about themselves. The coach had a calm about himself, and kind of pretty much, you know, from my vantage point, was like, guys, you're going to play your way out of this. You're going to figure this out. And they did. You know, I thought this was a team effort. It wasn't one individual. This was a team effort. They hung in there, and they got to win.
Not to be overly simplistic, but in the first half, Michigan had 4 turnovers, and they were up, 16? And then in the last 10 minutes, they only turned it over once, and they outscored Michigan State by 10 in that span. The other 10 minutes where they turned the ball over a bunch, Michigan State was right back in it. It's amazing what happens when they take care of the ball.
Yeah, what a difference there. And I'll tell you what, the sky is the limit for the Wolverines if they can take care of the basketball. I'm not worried about whether they're not making threes, they're not doing this and that. Take care of the basketball. I mean, that's been their demon. And if they take care of the basketball, you see the lead just swell because they took care of the basketball. I mean, when they didn't take care of the basketball, it was automatic, almost like outletting, allowing Michigan State to get out in transition, and that's what they want to do. And why compound that? And that's what Michigan did, and that's what blew that lead.
Another bugaboo this year has been free throw shooting, but how about the boys tonight? They were 10 of 11 in the last minute and 10 seconds. They were 23-26 for the game, 16-17 after halftime. That's what you love to see in a close game.
Oh, yeah, that's impressive there, because you could have any player that was out there on the floor was stepping up, making free throws. You couldn't say you probably could have put a Dymar out there, and they could have fouled him, and he would have stepped up and made two free throws, because Michigan was really dialed in. And I always say, what wins games coming down the stretch, you got to be able to rebound the basketball. When you get fouled, you got to be able to step up there to the free throw line and knock them down.
And no one exemplified that more than Yaks. He had 12 rebounds, 13 of 15 from the line, and finished with 26 points. His best game certainly in maybe a long time, maybe all year.
Yeah, well, I think he's healthy. You know, I had an opportunity to talk to a few people today, and they asked me, you know, was Yaks healthy? And I said, he's getting healthy. I can't necessarily say he was 100%, but give Yaks credit that he played while being injured. I mean, that's how much this guy wants to win. It was his call. He said he wanted to play. He could have easily said, hey, I'll take 2 or 3 games off and get better, but Yaks wants to win, and I'm going to give him credit that he fought through it, he battled through it, and helped his team win.
Now, after an emotional week, 2 top 10 teams, 2 close games. Back home next Thursday, Penn State's in town. We learned earlier this month the Nittany Lions, sure what their record, don't ignore what their record says. This team's no joke.
No joke. And you know, Coach Dusty May is probably going to coach this team a little bit harder because of the results that we've had with teams that you're supposed to win, and all of a sudden you kind of play down to the level of what they're playing like. We're going to hold this team accountable, and they're going to have to step up, and they're going to have to play like they're a top team and not just give up leads and have people hanging around in the game that shouldn't be hanging around in the game. So a lot of work to be done. This is not a complete, but I tell you what, it leaves a statement out there.
Yeah, for the first time, it's been too long since we've said it. Enjoy your ride home from Breslin on the winning side of things.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Rob.
83-71, Michigan defeats Michigan State. Don't miss the daily 3 and 4 straight back bonus from the Michigan Lottery. Match your daily 4 numbers in reverse and win $1,000 straight back bonus for a limited time. Wolverines by a dozen. Highlights next on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.